It's nice colorful.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Actually came down to it. Play it out.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
Ding dong.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's putting all of us in our place and putting those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Davis. And from the 25,
you kind of made my blocking necessary. Made him
you talk about this Jets defense. Currently number one in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number one and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week one.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? It's
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Allen. Going left side, and he's got Donnell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
No, we got to get after that. That's not good.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Man right side is shot. Touchdown. DJ Chark. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And now carrying over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Oh, yo. Who was this guy going? I was trying to follow you, but dude, like,
short here on third down.
Nicely bit off for a decent gain.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Oh, you found it.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm not on top. No, I mean the police are ready.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple on that side. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now they'll switch it up here and look.
Oh my goodness!
Quickly there, but it was incomplete.
Come on, Sean. Stop playing around.
Open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Off play action, Diaz. And they take him down.
Why is there no practice on that side?
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to look deep for Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
No. What you playing? I'm not. Made him overrun the play. Twice.
The most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of
Race
got it again.
It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
Come on. Go.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game.
this one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to keep this again.
Yo, I pressed it.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Go get that. Come on.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. 3rd.
Yo, down low, you touch that shit.
I was also trying.
When you're out, man, catch any ball I throw.
Oh, yo, they do that shit. Yeah. Without sounding. Oh. Yeah. Well, as soon as we finish this game, that cools down to like 8 minutes. Actually, yeah, we can save this one. Yo, what alright. You don't mind for like 10 more minutes?
All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Yeah, if I'm running that, you can get that shit knocked out of you.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now Allen. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Yeah, we got me now.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Get him.
Pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
No,
87 yards rushing for him.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing now is Allen.
Mm.
Loose inside the 30. He's got it first and maybe more. And all the way home for the Bills Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 62 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
All right, guys. He was right.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
We've always tried.
Taking it about the one.
Absolutely. Bam.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And New York set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
He's
got it with the 15.
Really?
Yardage that time for the Jets. 63 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field.
Yeah.
And they come up with big plays. They try to answer back with a score of their own.
Now, are you ready?
I had to jump for that shit, bro.
Not necessarily.
It was like a mini jump.
Because you ran out of alignment.
No, you.
So you had to come back inside. You know, not too much. You can make plays like that all year long. Sure.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Diaz eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Stop. Go. Look. The tight end stopped the play.
Stop running?
So this has been a lot like a tennis match. As
You just see him or who is it?
both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Oh, that's it. Oh, you got hit.
On second down, but this one is incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
You ready?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And will find the open man. That's complete. That's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there.
Yeah, nice touch on that. You were thinking touch it, you know.
That's right.
You have to work too hard to get that thing down with my feet.
First and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Back to throw. Diaz. And check down, complete to Hall.
Yeah, I like that.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And me?
What?
Yeah,
Come on.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Yeah.
Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Off the play fake. Diaz on the move to his left. That's going to be caught by Harrison for a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up.
Yo, 6 was really grab after he touched it. And we see the ball lifted up.
I had like a split second throw to him. I had a split second, like, the moment I turned around, he was open, like, I had to throw it in there quick.
Yo, watch this guy. Oh, look, one hand blocks it, and he gets it back. Boom, then he grabs it back in another game. That's good concentration.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're on the streaks here, aren't they? More than one scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
He's got one catch. They both have one big play. That's the reason why. Big play.
Last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's get
You dropped it? Yeah. Oh, big time defense, bro.
Now we know he's coming out.
Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Allen, and this one into the hands of DJ Sherwood.
He avoided the tackle
After a gain of
at
about
last
6 across the 30 to the 31. This now a 34. From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught. He's going to have the Bills first down. It's a gain of 5 on 34. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Cook up the gut.
Yes, it's tackle, baby.
Gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's
Four
second
rush
down.
to 89. That's not now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things, and make it difficult for the runner to
He'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Handoff comes to Cook. And taking across
he goes backwards.
down into Jet territory. Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, Allen. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Time of the game. 11 yards there.
Give them the
First
thing,
down.
damn it. Blow the horse.
Come on, my man.
Whoa, you're so stupid. Honestly.
Yeah, that's how that's going to be. Right, yeah, man.
Allen going to throw.
Give me that thing. Oh!
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Allen will try again on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away from 19 with his legs and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Bagel, right? Bagel.
Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
This is stupid. No.
Oh, shit.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Allen going to try to keep it.
Oh, he has that.
Touchdown. Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
Defense, they got to hold it. Let's go left.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And New York is set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week.
Oh, that was a fucking pass, bro.
Just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Off play action. Diaz.
Oh, he had that up his X2.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Oh my
Hang
God.
on 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Diaz escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and the opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Let's start like,
as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and in 2nd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Man.
Now they can't bring him down.
Come on.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
Yo, you just going up, man?
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line.
I'm still going to go
able
left.
to get this out to the 25.
Why would you do that?
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, was in the passing game. And to their credit, there's something to help the amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane. They've got to get the running game going.
Look at that. You sound
and there should be some
depressing.
gaps to run through now.
What the fuck is that? Seriously.
Throwing is Diaz.
I pressed
play fake.
perfect. What the
Fucking
fuck?
drop my... Yo, he fucking put...
Knocks the ball away and it
Wait,
falls
you right in my face,
incomplete.
bro. You can't do
Well,
that.
when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few little chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third
that?
down.
I don't know.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Straight ahead as well.
1 minute.
They'll be brought down at the 28, and that is Rush.
Shut up, Barkenheimer. If I come in and drop kick your ass in the highest level, Dick Ryder. Let's go, Ray. Come on, Ray. Let's be serious.
Ball at a gain of 3 and they'll bring up fourth
No, it's
down.
good.
The guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking
Serious business.
pass.
Hold on.
Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do
Ass protection. What are you doing, Bowman?
And a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go
Knocked
down
out.
back at the 26-yard line.
And over the
They
rookie.
overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A give. This is Cook. He can't get him down. Cook able to escape. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Guys are like...
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And
No, I think that's
set to
it.
take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful.
Here's 2nd and 10. the play fake. Diaz. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on third down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Cook. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Again, it's Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. First and goal at the 6-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Now Allen throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ball again on second down.
No.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Holding offense.
Okay, nothing's going to go out of left. Why?
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Ball again on second down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one deep for Wilson.
Oh, you
and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another
That inspire you now?
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. Diaz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We'll give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we're talking about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush
Yeah,
down
they can't see right.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on 1st down.
No, that's all wrong. Seriously?
As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Diaz looking to throw on 2nd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Sorry about that, folks.